Hello everyone, here's Michi Hoyer back again as promised, and as you can see currently that's the screen of the Simracing Malta race. Track is Sepang, Formula Renault 3.5, and here we are currently in P11. As you can see, I've just done 6 laps so far, so there's quite a bit of time left to be found on practice, which we're now going on with. So hello Michael Clark, thank you for being around again, and hope you had a chance to have a little sneak into the past race we did already. So I'm gonna keep this down here and start the Assetto Corsa game. As you can see, just 78 hours of playing into Assetto Corsa, and most of those hours came together when playing drift mode on that game just after its release. So I haven't touched it for a while. Nevertheless, I'm trying to make this some sort of interactive testing, so I'm not simply driving the car but also explain some setup things. So I probably need to find the server first. There you go. Simracing Malta. That's the server we're looking for. So I hope that now something has jumped around. I currently should only see a mouse, and I hope that this will change as soon as we're into that session and the pictures be fine. No, it doesn't. This is sometimes really annoying. There you go. That should be fine. So, here we are, loading our setup, and I go through that things quickly. Gear ratio, nothing really much to talk about here. I just lengthened the first gear a little bit, so I get a little bit more traction out of the corners. Then tires, we're on slick super softs, and I have no clue about pressures, whether they are right or wrong, but currently I'm more used to racing a bit more pressure in the front, because the rear tires are the tires delivering the power on the tarmac. Liter wise, we have 13 liters, which is only hot lapping at the moment. We race traction control off. Aerodynamics are looking like this currently, and I'm not too sure whether I stay with that or increase it, but car feels fine overall at the minute. So the tow, but probably I want to decrease them a little bit to here. Dampers, I do not have too much idea about dampers, and the explanation like the damper stops the spring oscillation. Higher values make the car more reactive, giving better feeling and precision, stability on the braking, but also higher temps and tire wear. And lower values make the car more predictable but slower in reactions, less precision and less stability on the braking. Nevertheless, with that lower values here, I'm considerably happy for now. So I keep it like this. The drivetrain differential setting, higher values will aid traction until grip is enough, but then will provoke both driven wheels spinning. So this will give oh wait, I'm on the wrong setting here. I definitely want to have more differential power being set, so I'm just trying to make use of that right now. And the guys currently are in a race, so we leave them racing, as I'm just some sort of racing for myself now. times will definitely be recorded still towards the server. So yeah, that's actually pretty nice. So I have everything in cold tires and stuff. And if you have any questions towards this sim, towards this car, towards this competition, probably I can't say too much about this competition. As I hope with a different differential setting I now have less understeer in the car. Turns out to be the opposite to me. Or maybe the diff setting was just about right. So you may want to remember we're currently fighting 1:44.2 lap time. Oversteer on the exit. As the estimated climbs down towards the 44s right now. We're looking at. With a decent final sector, we should improve. At the point 2 still, though it's the final corner that's going to be decisive. If we improve on our PB, well, that looks good to me. Though still being 11th place, a 1:44.0. Car is a lot more stable, that's for sure. And now we're already getting into the minus lap time wise. I was a bit wide, so that we crashed. Not yet, but the lap time's definitely gone. Could have been a 43 though, so we're starting to get somewhere at least. As now we just go on, 5 seconds gap towards the leaders of that race. I can see them coming there in the back though. And now I'm getting the blue flags already, so I parked the car here on the inside. Let them pass around. That's number 1. Can't see number 2. Ooh, there he comes. Number 2. There you go. So, trying to see whether they take any different lines from me. Not really. That one's probably a bit steeper. So I just got fuel for another run. And if any one of you guys has some knowledge with Assetto Corsa, with the cars here, I would be happy to get some feedback since the race is tomorrow. And yeah, looking at the lap time sheet, even with a 1:44.0, I'm still 2 seconds off the fastest guys. Definitely looking into some time improvement. Well, Jamie, since I'm a fully open wheel driving guy, I would definitely go for the Formula Rim or for the Formula Rig rather than anything else. Need to be really honest with you guys here. Too bad. No. So we resume that back to the pits, and I'm still trying to think of something to work with this setup here. Trying to see the differences. Lower values make the car less stable on the braking and turning, but also make the car more agile and willing to rotate. So we need lower values here, probably like that, and then we see whether we can improve it. As I wait for the leading car to pass by again. Oh, Michael, I would be particularly interested in getting a view on that rig as well. From the first feel, the car is a lot better now, but you can see, I mean, the guy that's racing there at front currently is, whoa, oh dear, never touched that stupid curb, I would say. The guy that's leading that race is currently the P3 guy on the timesheet with, he did at least a 140, for God's sake. 142. This is ridiculous. I think they broke something. Okay, penalty. Back to the pits. Thing felt good to me. So that guy actually did a 142.4 or something. So he's not that slow. Definitely not. So yeah, quickly have to answer a message as the penalty time is up now. We're finally able to pick up some race pace again, so I'm definitely gonna have an interesting look at starting the car now. You really have to see that it does not knock down. That's gonna be, I think, interesting for the race start at least, because here out of turn 2 a longer first gear is definitely faster because it's so much longer, and granting a little bit of error when having wheel spin. Hey Edgemai, and I hope this name was spelled correctly here. Thank you for joining me here on the channel. Thank you for joining me on the stream. There's quite some different things going on currently on my side. Coming from iRacing now, being back here in Assetto Corsa. As we do have that race tomorrow in that car, on that track. Doing some further practice. Before I would say, I think going back into the Porsche on another race of iRacing in about 25 minutes. We take a little bit more practice for here before going back towards Porsche race around Watkins Glen then. And maybe we can fiddle around something in the setup on that iRacing Porsche still. Exit out of 2. You can see that immediately on the delta at the top, same out of turn 4, and I keep missing that turning point for that corner here. It's so ridiculous. I really can't see the apex coming over that hill. I want to step out on that hairpin every single time. Anyway, we're into the green. Still into the green, so it's going to be the final corner again, deciding whether we improve or not. This time we don't. Since I'm clearly too stupid to make it around safely enough. Anyway, we get a second chance. Exit out of 3, out of 2, want to make it better through 4 now. Well, that's failed, but hopefully I hit the apex of 6 now. Could have been better though. I so much hate this curb. That screwed me over quite a lot there. It's probably me being too low on the suspension, because I saw people taking that quite massively there. So I increased the ride height and see whether the car balance is still bad. So I have to wait for that penalty to go down. So GMF, I would be particularly interested in that rig of Ren Sport you said, to have a glance at it. So feel free after this stream has finished, because I think it's not allowed to put in links into the chat right now. Okay, just need to make sure about the bite point of this clutch. It's gonna be a difficult race start tomorrow, I assume. And this race is gonna be streamed here on the channel. Practice will start on 7 PM Central European time, so 6 PM GMT, and I think 9 AM Pacific Standard Time for the Americans. So there's some racing going on since now the race session has been finished. That means probably it's pointless to go on here. Let's see if we can go back to the pits and ask for practice. So can we restart sessions? Yeah, and G-Murph is right. What it's definitely need is a really solid piece of art and a really solid piece of engineering. We working as a good racing rig, that's for sure. Let's see. Definitely some guys understanding each other well here on the server. So we're here in practice session now, and finally have the chance to do some more racing, but I now fear with the upgraded ride heights that the downforce is completely lost. We'll see soon. And to be fair, I'd rather have a good ground speed and a good ground grip than the ability to serve a curb. The car feels a lot looser now. Let's see how it behaves through here. And yeah, there's too much understeer, so that's definitely not the key for here. So we go back and probably go even lower. Then have a possibility and maybe sneak some more grip. Setup invalid, please check again. So the rear ride height is too low. That's fine for now. So now we have an equal set ride height. I hope it's not going to be too oversteering now, since the front end will produce a lot of grip. You will see this quite soon. As long as the rear end produces the same amount, I'm fine. So GMF, currently I'm running Assetto Corsa on a single screen 27 sol screen, and I'm running a G29 as a wheel, and I feel totally comfortable with that at the minute. My chair is a DX Razor, as you can see, and yeah, this chair is rollable, so it's standing on wheels, which is good on the one hand, because I can do great office work with that. But for racing, I mean, if I would have a load cell brake, I would brake for turn 1. I would find myself backwards in here. And that's exactly what I think has happened now, which I was afraid of, and that is the diffuser have stalling when going over a specific area of track surface. So let's see whether we improve the lap time throughout the stint. obviously race time starts from 0 again, since we're now in a practice session. Oh dear. And I do think that the rear ride height is too low. And the front end is producing too much grip. So I increase that again. And make it another practice start, so I really need to do good starting tomorrow. The perfect bite point of the clutch is so small, it's ridiculous. Nevertheless, you guys may have to tune in to see how I will make it work tomorrow in that race session. Oh, Michael, I would be very interested in knowing exactly what this brand name means. It must have some kind of meaning. Otherwise you would name your product after that. Take a little bit of speed, looking through the gears, starting the next flying lap. Hopefully just set a lap time for now as a reference. As I got still very cold tires here, which definitely is an issue for now. So estimate lap time 146.2. I need to make it at least into the 44s. Currently I'm not even fast enough for that. The others, for God's sake, still not working. So I felt that a little bit coming, to be fair. Still. It's gonna be interesting building a set further here, as I at least want to get into a 43, because a 43 is actually what the current setup should be able to do. But we're struggling quite badly here. overall car balance looks fine to me now. Only thing that's weird is the hand movement on the steering wheel. Let's see if the problem occurs here. No, that looks fine for now. I just hope to be fine as soon as we are now entering the back straight to then start the next flying lap. More even to the tyres. Take a little bit more way to create speed. I'm sorry to say this, but the car and the sim, it feels very arcadey to me. Like, yes, of course, all those settings changes have a big impact on the car balance, I agree. But overall, the way the car feels when driving feels very arcadey to me. That's going too wide. But I really hope that the lap time counter at the top calibrates to this lap time. So I have a reference at least for the upcoming laps. Let's see. Yeah, the car's controllable now here. As we grind on the curb. Oh gee, Merv, I didn't know that Fanatec actually is producing own rigs. Well, that's interesting to know. So that would have been a 144.4, and I can see at least that the counter set towards this lap time. Bad exit over turn 2. But we can gain a lot of time for 4, you know that. Just a tiny little bit, making it to the green. I think now we should be fine. There you go. Here as well. Happily a little bit more aggressive here. So that's 6.5, 6/10 down. So much time in that area, and I know exactly where. Nevertheless, I will make it around faster the final corner. Not diving so wide, and we make it to a 143.3, that is, which puts us in P8 for now. Is enough for another lap. That was a bad misshift. I can still make it purple if I nail around the other parts of the circuit, which I don't. That was a cut, yeah, that was well deserved, nevertheless. Fuel was out anyway, and Aero, I would be particularly interested in the decent set you have for this car. So yeah, put the link into the description as soon as this video has processed. Otherwise, I would be so happy if you contact me on www.facebook.com/HoyerMichi. That's my branding account on Facebook. Just contact me there, and we can have a little talk and conversation and discussion about this car, about its setup's ability. And everyone else who likes me seeing that stuff, like, share and subscribe. I'm really happy for you guys being here. And whoever has any kind of advice, either on my sim racing rig or either on this car here, is very warm and welcome to share his thoughts and share his mind. I'm very open for any discussion happening, as this is probably one of the final tries on that car before going back to iRacing in the Porsche, trying to enhance the setup there a tiny little bit, because I do think I'm still lacking some performance there. And then making another race on that Porsche, which hopefully is fine again, because the progress today and yesterday on the license and on the iRating was pretty good. Yeah, Bertus, that's absolutely right, because here I took the possibility to swap around seat positions, because I like sitting a little more higher and having a little bit more area to see, despite the small monitor and the broken field of view anyway. So that's why I have it set up slightly different than in the iRacing car. Yeah, tires are still cold, nevertheless a little bit better exit out of 2. Now turn 4 is the very important one. Very wiggling here, still a little bit better out of 4. Now let's see what turn 6 comes up with. Not really good. So that's the final sector, really needs to be nailed. As I'm yeah, definitely losing out too much time over here. I won't be able to get all of those 410 back, I think. There you go. So I better take a wider line and try to snatch some more speed for the upcoming lap. Which I obviously failed. Sometimes you don't even get such easy things right. Time loss is not too much though. And a very good run through 1 and 2 though. Now we should make this count. Looks good to me. That didn't look too good. That didn't as well. Yeah, that was obvious. Yeah, I mean, I could be faster still. And I have no clue if that works what I'm currently doing here. When dealing with dumpers and everything. Drivetrain looks good. A little bit less coast maybe. Brake bias was okay. Softer spring at the front should help me as well, so this is the final try. Yeah, Michael, you're absolutely right. I mean, all those sims gives you some room of personalization, I think it's called. And you really need to make the most out of this personalization, like FFP settings, camera position on the car, camera position in the cockpit and everywhere else. So if you're able to get the most out of that, that's a clear advantage for you in those races. And that's what it's all about. Now I feel like a really good balance in the car. I'm not too sure whether it's slightly too much turning now. But I'm sure I will soon find out in turn 12, that is. Left-hander now coming up. If I spin out there, I probably have to build it back. That looks good for the moment. So now it could be the case that I finally found the setting that worked pretty good. So let's try to gain a little bit more speed. This thing seems to have worked pretty well. There you go. Going into the minus now. Very decent through 1 and 2. No, don't throw it away. A little bit too late back to the track. Decent through 6. Good 7 and 8. A bit too much of a spinning moment here. Ah, yeah, and I fully throw it away. Oh dear. So, final try to come up. Just in the moment I pressed the brake, I knew what was going to happen. So let's try again. Not too good of an exit out of 2, so I'm missing like half a tenth here. And taking too much of that curve doesn't work either. was obvious, I make it come to an end here since I'm now overdriving the car. Nevertheless, I take into consideration that this setup still bears some, I would say 2 or 3/10 on the final sector. Anyway guys, I'm gonna quickly shoot off here, take a 5 minutes rest before then being back in the Porsche on iRacing. So stay tuned on that channel, there's more racing to come here. And I want to quickly have a look what is the difference of 2 or 3/10 in the final sector on the timing sheet. That's the timing sheet. So we're currently so here's the guy that raced in the other race, putting in 42.0. For my teammate here, Ben Spanky, doing a 142.1. Probably have to talk to him when it comes down to setup. And looking at the timesheet, it could be P6 in the end if we do things right. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching here. Stay tuned, there's another iRacing Porsche race coming up in a second. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed all that things. Thank you very much for now, and see you in a minute.